Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdModon, and today we have yet again another episode of Would You Rather. This is a video series where I'll be going over approximately 5 questions and answering them in the most appropriate manner. So with the rules and guidelines reviewed, let's start off the episode. So of course, coming in at our first Would You Rather question, I have, would you rather have a parachute malfunction while skydiving or get eaten by a shark in the ocean? Now, I feel like the answer is pretty easy in this case, considering that both of them are terrible options. Don't let me try to fool you into thinking one's a clear winner here, but when it comes down to it, I think I'd rather just have my parachute malfunction, considering that I'm going to be smacking the concrete at a very high rate, and in that case, I'm really not going to feel anything. I'm probably going to be panicking for dear God up in the sky, but by itself, once I hit the ground, there's no chance of me surviving. Coming in at our next question, I have, would you rather not have the ability to sit or not have the ability to stand? Now, in this particular instance, I'd much rather have the ability to not be able to stand, because when it comes down to it, that would get me out of a lot of work-related actions, and I feel like my life would just be a little bit easier in that case, considering that I would be a little bit more restricted when it came down to having to do those actions. Now, alongside that, I feel like my legs wouldn't be worn out as much. I'd have the ability to kind of sit down and overall relax in those instances, and in that case, that also wouldn't be too bad. Not to say that either of these options are wonderful by any means, but I feel like this is the better of two evils. Coming in at our third question, I have, if you were convicted of a crime, would you rather go to jail for life or have the death penalty? Now, when it comes down to it, I would much rather have the death penalty, considering that it's going to be pretty quick by itself. It's going to be a lot faster than having to rot in jail for many instances in those cases, and I don't really feel like that would be something I would be suited for when it comes down to it. Now, alongside that information, traditionally jail is not a very enjoyable experience from what I've been told, and in many cases you usually meet a lot of different personalities. A lot of people usually have some kind of mental disorders by themselves, or in many cases they just become a little bit overly aggressive. So I feel like that would definitely not be a case that I would be too well suited for, and in many cases I feel like I would just not be somebody to really enjoy those kind of instances. Coming in at our fourth question, I have, would you rather maintain eye contact with another person while eating a banana or move your head down to the banana? Now, I feel like I would much rather just maintain eye contact with somebody while I eat the banana. It's obviously going to be a little bit uncomfortable for both parties, but it could also be pretty humorous in other areas, so hopefully that'll be something where both parties have a sense of humor. And finally, coming in at our fifth question, I have, would you rather never again play a game on your computer or never again play a game on your console or portable device? Now, considering that I primarily play on PC these days, I do own next-gen consoles as well as the old-gen consoles as well, but I just don't feel like it's something that I'm interested in anymore. The console gaming side of me is kind of diminished by this point, considering that I'm just spoiled by what PC has to offer. Now, in that specific instance, I feel like I would much rather never be able to play a game on my console or portable device, considering that I don't play video games on my cell phone, as well as I don't even have any video games for the next generation of consoles. So in that instance, I really am not missing a whole lot, and in those instances as well, I'm also just gaining the ability to play PC a little bit more than I would have been able to. But anyway, guys, this has been this episode of Would You Rather. Of course, if you guys would like to answer the questions for yourself, feel free to check in the description of the video, considering that I have all the questions linked in there for your viewing pleasure. As well as if you guys would like to recommend any questions for the next episode, feel free to let me know in the comments below, considering that I do take your submissions as priority one when it comes down to these episodes. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching today's video. I'll see you in the next installation, and until then, this has been NMO, and I'm going to be signing out, guys. Peace.